want to fix that camera. I do not like this camera at all. Whenever you can. Oh. Battery broken.
Or switching your house.
Can you get the 14 people in the waiting room?
Yeah, I'm going.
Okay, cool. And then we'll get this started. How's everybody doing?
Excellent. Yeah.
How's everybody doing? Good. That's much better. That's much better. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you guys. I'm sorry. I am, so I'd like to see, we're like, just like, we've had a lot of little like holidays and little things coming off of the new year, and we really haven't talked about the market. A lot of the market statistics for last year have not come out yet, but they're gonna be coming out in the next few months, the next few weeks, and I'm going to get you that information as it comes out. But we do have some other information that is pretty good, and we're gonna talk about that today, along with a whole bunch of other really cool stuff. There we go. All right. So it is January 17th. I'm super excited about today. I think we have about 19 people in, more people jumping in. All right, let's get this to connect and then we'll be good to go. All right, let's start off with something positive. We got a good group here. We have some newer agents that just joined us, which I'm super excited about. So let's talk about something positive that's happened in the last week.
Don't talk to me.
Don't talk to you. Oh my gosh. I feel like this is a coaching moment.
No,
Is this a coaching moment?
She looks so beautiful.
Yeah, well, look at that. That's something positive.
I love
So tell me what's going on with you.
I don't want to tell you. 'Cause
You said you spoke
I
up
said
first.
I said, don't talk to me.
Well, I don't know if I would have if you wouldn't have said that.
Please talk to anyone else.
Let me tell you.
Okay, go ahead, Shoko.
I opened an escrow for the property that's sitting in the market for 100 something days.
Congratulations.
The new listing today on the market, I'm gonna have it open on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Oh. And I will tell you, the open houses is probably gonna be a really good place to get clients right now, because there's gonna be a lot of people running around doing things. And I noticed Goli's like got her hands in the air back there. They, I think Shoku and Goli are working together, so I'm super excited about that. But how many days was it on the market?
I don't remember
100
exactly,
something?
I'm sure it's 140, 50 something, and then they're waiting for the reduced price, and the seller was the first seller you can have, because not motivated seller, no loan on the property, and that's why we're sitting. And then, from Thanksgiving, I never had any open house. They weren't motivated. And I told them, let's have one more open house.
Yeah.
Either I'm gonna withdraw and waiting for the March, or wait, let's see, because I start getting calls. Then the open house was crazy, 21 people showed up. And then 2 offers, very, very, I mean, I don't know what's going on in the market so far.
Mhm.
But I can tell you next Wednesday, because I will have an open house in this weekend, and I can, report how was it
Yes.
and what.
Well, I think that you're coming off,
And the offers are about, asking for, wow.
No, I blow a little blow, and I negotiate. Tarzana.
so I think, coming off of the holidays, I think that's a lull. That was a very big lull this
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
And I think that's, there's probably some struggles with that. And now we're coming back up into what I would consider, we're going back to what a normalized, excited market is going into the spring. And we're starting to see, in my opinion, a little bit more momentum. So you probably caught just the beginning tail of that momentum, which, I mean, that's a long time for anybody to be on the market right now if you haven't sold real estate in the last 10 years.
I think the buyer was waiting and waiting. Me and Charlotte helping another client. She was thinking to rent a warehouse, but now she moved to the buying. And then we were in downtown for last few years, 8 a.m. And now there's 2 of them to put the offer. I mean, I think the buyer mentality is going a little, out there. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think we're gonna see a lot of really cool things happening. And I think that if you jump into the market right now, like wherever your business is at, whether it hasn't started, whether it's stalled, whether you're doing great, whatever, you can jump on it with both feet in and just be aggressive. That's my word for 2024. So everybody has this buzzword, which always annoyed me that everybody has a word, but like my word now is aggressive. Like I think we need to be aggressive as business people. And being aggressive, I think, is going to shore up a lot of business coming this year. If you want to sit back and wait and kind of watch and like wait for the right time and make sure your business card's right and all this thing, I don't think that's going to serve you. So I'm super excited to hear what happens with the new listing that comes up.
And the other point that I want to tell, we have an agent here, Mariam, and she left to campus. And then I keep the relationship talking to her, even she was my mentee, and before she do the 3 and she left. And then she called me and she said, hey, I need help for this listing, and then it's a co-listing with campus. And my point is, our other agent co-workers, they are our partners. They can be our partners too.
Absolutely.
That's a very good.
Awesome.
Let them come into.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
That's
absolutely.
a great list.
Absolutely. Glenn, what do you got for us?
Yeah, so first of all, I just want to say thank you to everyone. My sister passed away last month. But the heart of 70,000, and I just wanted to say thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I would have said something earlier, but unfortunately, I had so many flowers and yeah, but thank you. Otherwise, I have a buyer that I got from my hairdresser. So hairdressers are good. I got 2 more off-market properties that I got from my hairdresser. So, talk to your hairdressers. Both hairdressers falling. For real, not my hairdresser.
So that's actually a really good point. I mean, his
Yeah.
hairdresser is like, how many of us get our hair cut, right?
Yes, I'm
Oh,
If I don't get that.
I mean, you can get a shave and a lineup, you can do that. But the people that cut your hair, how many people do you think they talk to every day? Like, think about that. How many vendors do you have? And when I say vendor, I don't mean like title and escrow, like those are like close partners in our business. But when I say vendors, like, do you do dry cleaning? Like, how many people do you think your dry cleaner sees every day? Like, when you get your car washed, do you get your dogs washed? Like, what do you do every day to where you're interacting with people that also see hundreds of other people every day? Those are a great source for business. And I would ask you, how many of those people do they know that you're in real estate? Or are you being a secret agent to them? So those are things like, Glenn's not shy to have conversations with people, and that's why that happened. But like, do you go to the dentist? Like, think about the things that you can do, because that's an amazing source of business. So congratulations, Glenn, that's awesome. That's awesome. All right, one more, and then, whoa, Alper, what do you got for us?
So many of us just running away from rentals, and rentals are not, I mean, they're bothering, and I believe that's so 80%. Yesterday I was showing one of these rentals is just moving anywhere, been in the market for 30 days anyway. I just met this guy. Actually he was Turkish too, but nevertheless,
That's okay.
and yeah, that's okay. So he was also telling me, oh, I'm surprised you're doing rentals. I mean, so many real estate are just running away from it. And I said that, yeah, that might be true, and etc. Long story short, we just talking and etc. And actually next week we are gonna be meeting together, just have a coffee, because on the conversation, he mentioned me about how his friends and him planning to do investments here, bring some money here. They're already doing things in Miami. Now they want to do it here. I said that, hey, I'm doing investment. I'm doing remodeling. Let's meet up. Let's find something to do together.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna rent this to this guy or not, but next week maybe I'm gonna be in a business for $1 million investment with him next week. Who knows? I mean, so small or big, I try to turn down that, because you don't know who you're gonna meet and what these guys are entitled. This right, he's looking for a rental for $2,000. You can say that, who looks for a $2,000 rental, and what business may come out of it? You will be surprised.
100%. So let me ask you, Alper, why do you think people turn down rentals? Or people don't wanna do it?
It's a big
It's a big
hustle.
hassle.
It takes too much time, and the payroll is small. We have to accept that.
Mhm.
And then, I'm not saying that raw rentals, and then, you know what, also I'm doing a lot of rental, and it just, turns the wheel, by the way. So it is not bad, but it's taking too much time. Sometimes Joe knows it, we are spending there was a rental for $2,000. I worked for 3 months, 3 freaking months to make it happen. But you know what? It's relation, and
Absolutely.
so like us.
So I'm doing this for everybody else in the room. So when you say they don't want to do it because it takes too much time and it's a hassle, right? She said hassle. You said too much time. What does that mean?
Money.
Too much time, not enough money.
Yeah.
So the money versus time doesn't equal out. Okay? So,
Many of the time you are saying that after finishing, oh my God, if I work half of this time to find a buyer, I would make 10 times of it.
yes.
Doesn't matter that,
That's
but
not true.
So,
But, yeah, but that's not
so
always-
this is the problem. So this is the problem, and this is why this is up here on the wall. Because it's mindset. It's mindset. You do all this work, it's a hassle, and then you get what, $1,500? Maybe. But you could be working with somebody that didn't do a rental, that isn't interested in real estate, and spend all this time showing property and doing all this stuff, and then they don't buy. Now it's even more time and it's less money, right? But this is what I wish everybody would understand. Rentals are probably, in my opinion, the best thing that you can do, because it's not about that person that's renting the property. It's about the relationship and all the people that they know. The average person knows about 300 people. So if I connect with one person that's interested in a rental that may not be wanting to buy or able to buy today, I just connected myself to an extra 300 people if I treat him right. So that time and that hassle that you're talking about, it's a time and hassle, because when you close the rental, you think the relationship is over. That's the problem. That's the problem. That's why we have that mindset, too much time, not enough money. If you reframe it, is it close the deal? Now you just got paid $1,500 to have a relationship with somebody. Now the relationship starts. If you did an amazing job for that person, could they recommend you to somebody else?
Sure.
Right? Yes.
100%. As a matter of fact, we just closed on Wilshire, and then he's recommending us to a duplex owner that wants to rent and sell the duplex in Beverly Hills. So currently, one of the things that me and Harper are, facing is that a lot of these owners, we get referrals. But one thing to add, it's very important that as you take on somebody to do rental, to vet them out, to see, is there a greater potential with them or not? Just like he explored to see what this guy is doing, if it was on any other way. And then sometimes, you find otherwise. I work with other agents who are doing rental, and then sometimes you find out that, at the end of the day, they don't have the money, they don't have the credit, and there's not really a good future down the line. And they want to rent something for $2,000. Personally, if any of my mentees come to me and say, hey, I'm looking for some, not a realistic, but looking for helping somebody to do a $2,000 rental, I said, listen, you are not doing it for the money, you're doing it for the experience. I want to make sure you understand that, and please vet them out before you waste your time, because you are not making money. This is one thing that I tell my mentees, every one of them, they know that when they come to me and they say they are helping somebody with a rental, I say, you are not working for money, it's just the experience. So,
Practice.
And before you go on, just one thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know this is a cliche, but every homeowner until now rented one stuff.
100%.
And then we are always talking about the network, the database, right? And I think we were doing like, maybe we did like 100 leases for the last 2 years. During these, maybe we've been in contact with more than 1,000 people, which people giving you real phone numbers, real email addresses, real connections.
and don't be angry.
Even if you put all these data into your database,
Yeah.
I think we have like 1,000 people to send emails or connections, and these are verified numbers. You
Absolutely.
verify yourself.
Absolutely. All right, before we move on, I want a show of hands. I want everybody's opinion on this. Would you pay $2,500 to get a $25,000 commission? Raise your hands. Who would pay that? All day long, right? So if you're willing to pay $2,500 to get a $25,000 commission, which is like a super small referral fee on an average sale in Los Angeles, which is $1 million, why wouldn't you, because you're basically paying for a lead, right? Why wouldn't you get paid $1,500 or $2,500 for a relationship? Because if you look at a lease a little bit differently, you look at it as you're getting paid to introduce, cultivate, and grow a relationship that could get you 1, 2, 3, or even more deals. If you stay in a relationship with somebody that does a lease, it's I don't know what the percentage is, but it's a really strong opportunity that person will buy at some point in time, or they're gonna have a family member that buys, or they're gonna have a best friend that buys, and you're getting paid to create a relationship that you're willing to spend money to go out and buy leads to try and create relationships with people you don't know. So leases are great opportunities. Stop looking at it as burning time, because if you meet one person that's interested, that's like, listen, I'm thinking about buying, but maybe in a year. Well, you're not gonna ignore that person, you're gonna follow up with that person, right? So you're gonna spend the time that you think is a waste for a lease to follow up with this person, call this person, talk to this person that may or may not buy. But in a lease situation, somebody's like, Albert, I wanna go see a property, I wanna get a 2-bedroom lease in Wilshire. Okay, that's gonna take weeks and months, guaranteed, weeks and months to make that happen. But during those weeks and months, you're learning who that person is. You're learning what they like, you're learning who they are, who their friends are, where they came from, all these things.
How much money they make.
How much money they make, all these things that are super important. And now you just closed the deal, you just got $1,500 to $2,000. They're in your database. Now you can throw them an open house party for a lease. Has anybody ever done that?
No.
No. How cool would that be to say, hey, listen, I do something a little bit differently. I'm gonna throw an open house party, a housewarming party for your new place. I will provide all the food. All I need is your guest list. Send me your guest list and I will send out all the invitations for you. What did I just do?
Great guy.
And then you show up and you say, listen, I'm not only gonna provide you with all the invitations for the guest list, I'm not only gonna provide you with all the food, I am gonna be there and I'm gonna be your bartender and I'm gonna serve wine to everybody. Right? On a lease, Yes.
Your commission.
You are taking your entire $1,500 commission and you are basically. But now, you just did something that literally nobody's doing. And you just got in front of all of that person's friends and family. How much is that worth? And then you're gonna walk around pouring wine for everybody, say, hi, my name is Frank. How do you know John? Oh, really? Oh, I'm the person that got him this place. Oh my God, this place is amazing. I mean, come on. I mean, first of all, that's really fun to do, and it really doesn't get much easier to get leads than that. So I would, because I think that's awesome, change your mindset about leases. Or you can go to what Joe does, which is leases. Leases are better, but leases, no. All right, no, that was awesome. That was a great coaching moment there. I really like that. Yes, sir.
What would be the usual name?
What are you talking about?
You said, drive to the person and say, hi, I'm Frank. I wouldn't.
What would you do?
I'd use my name.
You know what? And if I wanted to get a lot of business, I'd probably use your name too. So. All right, so that was awesome. That was really cool. Good start to the meeting. I like it. All right, so this is the same quote from last week, and I was gonna change it. What happened?
Finally, after 6 months, it's coming, we have to say,
You
well,
can stay up front.
I like you up front.
He was here for the chair.
There we go, that's really the chair. So this is a quote that I really like, and it's by Thomas Jefferson. If you want something you have never had, you must be willing to do something you've never done. Again, it's from last week, but it's the willing part that is key in this sentence. You have to be willing to do anything. A lot of times we are just not willing to do things. We're just like, no, I'm not gonna do that. It's like, you don't have to do certain things. You just have to be willing to do it. If you're willing to put the effort forward, I mean, this is the thing. If I set you on fire, you would do anything to put yourself out. Is your business on fire right now? And what are you willing to do to put it out, to make it happen, to fix it? You gotta think of it. It's all mindset. It's all mindset. All right. All right, so we want to welcome Kelly Reardon here. Welcome, Kelly. Not the name I originally called her by, so I'm like, hold on, who is that? I know who that is. She's sitting in the back. It's Angelina? Jacqueline, that's right. Jacqueline, but she likes Kelly. So, and we have Isabel Camino, and so welcome, Isabel. Isabel is not here. Isabel is actually a flight attendant. She just became a flight attendant as well as a realtor. And so her plan is that she's gonna fly around and just get referrals from everybody on the planet. Which I'm like, when she told me that, I'm like, that's not a bad idea. Like, you're gonna see like hundreds of people, like, I'm in, let's do this. And so she joined us. So if you see Isabel around, make her feel welcome, make Kelly feel at home. And then we can all face them later. So
Let me introduce her to me, so I will take care of the referral.
there we go, absolutely. Andrea Yuroski, host of Ashuri, and Monique Kegalu, happy birthday to you guys. Productivity update.
Hey, whoa. Hey, lock in on 2 class. Do it again, lock in on 2 class. I'm not even gonna take long because we touched on so much in the beginning. Everybody do leases. And we're done. And we're on 2 class.
So you like that, huh?
Yeah, there we go. Unsend some messages where I say I'm leasing.
How did role play go?
We're getting better.
Okay.
So, I'm a little bit different with my script, so I have to build it myself because there's a bunch of stuff in the other scripts that we need to cut out and it's hard to learn that way. So I'm gonna get on and type them up myself.
Okay, so I have a video that I think you're gonna resonate with, and we're gonna talk about the scripts and the dialogue and how it resonates with the video that we're gonna talk about today. So, broker of record, Rich Pisani, is he on or no? Nope, all right. You guys need any help? Rich is on it. So I just wanna tell you a quick story without saying any names or any situations. If you're trying to get something done, it is really behoove you to make sure that me and Rich are included on communication and that things are communicated, because sometimes the ball can get dropped and the person, like, we have different worlds we live in, but there's a lot of power that goes along this. So if you're trying to get something, make something happen, we can figure it out for you. Just to make sure I'm in the loop, because if something happens on a legal side or on an issue with a transaction, and I either get cut out or I don't get put on the messages, then I can't help. I don't know, and communication to me is huge. So if you have any issues, Rich is available, I'm available, and we're literally making things happen right now. So I appreciate Rich a lot. Westwood escrow update, where's go? I saw her. Where's she gone?
Goalie. Goalie.
We lost goalie.
She will be back. Let's go cut into commercial then.
Go to a commercial.
Commercial break.
Is she?
Here she comes.
Okay.
The grand entrance, that's all.
Fire.
Oh, well, then you go. Yeah. That's a perfect reason not to be here. But for everybody, this is goalie. Goalie, say hi.
Hi. I would normally come, but I've been sick for a month now, so. Yeah.
You're not the only one. You're not the only one. We totally
Don't
get
worry, I won't kiss
I
you.
got a 3-year-old, I'm good.
it.
Your music now.
So if anybody wants to open escrow, what should they do?
Sorry, this is Shiku's.
Okay, go. Okay, good. So
Send her an email.
that's what you want. That's what you want, an escrow officer that does that. So, but if you need any help with escrow, she's awesome. She's amazing. Make sure you introduce yourself to her. She's running around her offices in the back right here. She's working with Shiku. She's worked with some other people in the office. Yes, sir.
Is it important for new agents to contact her at all?
Absolutely.
Oh, there we
Sorry,
go.
I'm back. Sorry, his
Like-
limit is 50,000. He's gonna send today, the rest he send tomorrow.
There you go. I was trying to sell you, so I'll let you sell yourself.
I'll sell myself.
I know, Shadow has a lot of.
I'll sell her.
Sharama's worked with her.
Anything Jerry says about me, that's all I gotta say.
Sharam, you've used goalie, haven't you? How has it been? How has it been?
Very,
Very good.
very.
Awesome.
Can I tell you, I love that man. He's amazing. He is.
He's also married, so I'm just.
Today's my 18th anniversary.
Oh, there you go.
Truly is one of the most genuinely nice people I have ever had the pleasure of knowing. He's like a brother. And then Shoku, I can't say enough good things about her. You guys know how amazing she is. Everybody is very good and wonderful. I haven't gotten to work with everyone yet.
You will. You will. We're gonna win them all over and send them over for you.
Really, I'm a nice person. And to those of you that have worked with me, you know, I always answer my phone. I always respond. I always take care of business, so.
Yeah.
Even if she has to leave a meeting.
And she's got your back. I gotta say, when you want somebody that's looking out for you when you're not in the room, and goalie's the person that's looking out for you when you're not in the room. She's made us all look good at one point on transactions that could look very complicated and I hate saying this because I'm always in a feud with her, but I do respect and admire her very much. She's got a great work ethic and will make you all look great as well. And she's.
I'll pay you later.
They can compete with the other escorts.
That's important.
Yeah, because we should.
Yeah, just please don't come to me and tell me to give your seller, not charge your seller any fees, because the office has to make money. And believe it or not, just like you guys make commissions, I make my money off of the fees that I collect for escrow. So if I'm not charging, I have a deal where I'm not charging the seller. It's been one of the most difficult deals, and I've had to work 3 times as hard. And it's not fair to me, it's not fair to the office.
Is that the one we talked about, that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's not.
I did-
buy it.
and
because they have to follow.
Also, when you tell me that other escrow companies are doing it, it's not legal. Okay, if the buyer, you need to, first of all, disclose it to the buyer. And then you have to match it to the buyer. So if you're not charging the seller,
That's what
you
you
should
have
be
to
charging.
pay, each to pay their own.
Yeah, then if you say each to pay their own, then you
Right.
can, what do you call it? You can ask for that.
Yeah.
But still, just think about the office is losing money and escrow officer is losing money.
Well,
I
and-
got-
And it's
I got a
not a
family
good
too.
culture, put it out,
Take it out
it's
there,
not a
Chris.
good culture to put out seller not paying, that's not the.
Yeah.
good, You know
Well,
what I
it's
mean?
bad business.
Yeah,
It's bad business. And
And also, if you give the house away at the beginning, what do you have to, you know, when you're doing a great job for your sellers,
So.
you
why
don't need to tell them, oh, I'm gonna get you a discount from escrow. You don't need to, you know, they'll pay because they're getting good service.
I've never, in 20 years of real estate, never heard of an escrow discount until
Me too.
I started running offices, and then people are like, oh, can I get a discount on escrow? I'm like, why? Like, if you want a good job done, you should pay for a good job. If you want a really good, clutch bag, you're gonna pay $4,000 about 2 miles away on Rodeo Boulevard. And my question to an agent that says, I want a discount on escrow, I'm like, well, are you gonna do your transaction for free? And they're like, well, yeah, I would give up my commission. I go, why? Aren't you worth it? Like, what's your worth? And really, if you're having issue with negotiating your commission, that's a scripts conversation. You're just not saying the right thing or understanding the conversation of what that person wants, because you want the deal to close. You don't want a deal or be perceived as the person that gets a deal for everybody. The deal is they get the property that they wanted. That's the deal, because there's a lot of properties that are not closing. So that's the deal. Like, have enough respect for you, yourself, and the person doing the transaction for you. Like, if escrow doesn't get charged anything, I don't get hurt. Like, the person that we're employing gets hurt. Like, you want her to make money, right? Like, 'cause she's trying to do a good job for you. What were you gonna say, Joe?
I just want to add up that, I went to a listing appointment and the seller was trying to discount the selling agent's, commission. For those of you who don't know, it's the buyer's agent, agent. And, he says, well, you know what, there are no inventory, you know what, we can just, give out 1%. I said, listen, just consider this. If you're gonna give 1% and there's another property in the market, the agent probably would take him to the other one. That's one. Second, a lot of buyers in this community the buyers are asking the agent for part of the commission. Second, third, if there is an issue and the agent has to contribute, when you're giving 1%, there is not much money to go by. So overall, it does not make sense. And after a few times that I keep on telling them, I was able to convince them to give a 2% commission instead of 1%. And, that's one other thing that you're coming across. If you do come across that the seller says, hey, I want to just give a 1% commission to this selling agent, make sure that you fight for it, because it's gonna make your job harder, because the other agents say, I don't care, it's a 1%.
Yep.
And it's a harder transaction.
And this is the script I use and this is my blanket boilerplate script that I use in general when somebody asks for a discount for anything. And I say, well, let me ask you a question. Do you want that person to do a good job or a bad job? And they're like, yeah, a good job. I said, okay, are you willing to pay less for them to do a bad job? Because how vested are they gonna be in the process of getting something done for you at a high level if you pay them less? And then I asked them, what do you do? Like, oh, I work as a manager and blah, blah, blah. Okay, if you didn't manage very well, would you expect more pay or less pay?
Yeah, I wanna say matching the price is different than this.
Yes.
one.
Oh, yeah.
Matching,
100%.
yeah.
And so, I don't know who said that we don't discount here. It's not that we don't discount, but we compete.
Yeah.
We'll compete.
Yeah.
Like, listen, I'll compete on an escrow, I'll compete with my commission, but I'm gonna respect myself and my business enough to do a really good job. And there will be a point to where I cut it off and I go, listen, I know you're not gonna get the service that you're gonna get with me, with that other person, and that's where I draw the line. And you have to turn and walk away. Like, you're not gonna go to get that $4,000 clutch at Rodeo Boulevard and say, listen, I know it's 4,000, but I'm gonna pay you 2,000. They'd be like, the door's right there. Like, they would be like, why, security? Like, that's the way you would get treated. And you have to have respect for your business. And I will tell you this one last thing, and then we'll move on. You ever see a great, amazing restaurant that had amazing food and it closed down? That's because they didn't know how to manage their business. When you give discounts, you do things for free, you are literally shutting down your own business. So just keep that in mind. Goalie is amazing. Talk to her. If you have not introduced yourself to her, make sure you do that before the end of the team meeting. She's working hard. So thank you so much for all your hard work. I really appreciate
Frank,
it.
can I say something on this? Because yes, of course, you know,
Boss is talking.
Dolly's amazing. The service you get is amazing. And with that, we're not the highest. And we're not a discount, right? I think our rate is, is more than fair, and it's actually lower than most, right? But going back to the agent piece of that, I was reminded yesterday, I was interviewing a very, very productive agent who has a team, and we were talking, and his standard is to get 6% listings, and his standard is to get 6% listing. And he comes from his mindset is, what do I have to do to get the 6% listing? What do I have to offer my clients to get the 6% listing? What services, what experience? It's not, there, you have to, to your point is, you have to believe in the value of your services to ask for that, right? Number one. And number two is people get it all the time, right? He went as far as to build a small staging element to his business where he can stage properties, not for free, but at a discounted rate, at like a fraction of what you would normally pay, right? That was one of the things that he created to substantiate him asking for 6%. And he's got a bunch of other pieces in there, service pieces and marketing pieces that he pays for, and he presents it in a compelling way. And even in this market, he gets 6%. So, it's a mindset piece. Instead of asking yourself, what do I have to give up to get this opportunity? Ask yourself, what more can I do to get this opportunity at the rate which is which I believe I'm of value.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you, Joey. I appreciate that. Clear Mark Title.
Oh, can I come up?
Absolutely.
I owe you a phone call.
Sorry, brother.
Zoomland, where are you? Hi, guys. Jerry with Clearmark Title. If those of you who don't know, I've been in the business about a decade in real estate. I, at one point was you. I was also a real estate agent. I have a commercial real estate background in office leasing and sales. I did residential as well. And now I'm an extension of you and your brand. I want to be here to help you guys grow. I just have to say, like, being in this room now and seeing how full this is makes me so excited. And I would love to find a way to continue to make this happen. I think, no offense to you guys in Zoomland, we appreciate you coming here too, but like, if we could keep this energy going and keep working with each other, our business is going to grow. I think all boats rise with the tide. Information sharing happens in this room. Deal sharing happens in this room. So 2023 was tough. I think 2024 is going to be better. So if you could just look at the person next to you and tell them that you got this. Just tell them you got this. So please, you got this. You got this. And I want to be here to do that. Our in-house vendors, Goalie, and we got Rocket, we got all of us, the answers are here in this room. And so I think this is the year where we really lean into our strengths, lean into what it is that you're good at. Let's not pretend that we want to be the $1 million listing people. We want to be ourselves. Our business is in our sphere. And as Frank was kind of saying earlier, it's a mindset thing. You are good enough. I woke up today and I found out, I won't name any names, but I found out that a friend, potential client from a couple of years ago, just listed their property and it's in the high 20 millions. And that broke my heart. I had a house across the street from me just go onto the market last week, $6.2 million. The house, 3 houses down, $2.75 million. So if I can get a better understanding of what your needs are, when we sit down and we have one-on-one conversations about what you're looking for, what type of product you have, I'll keep my ears open. I want to do a better job for you, not just with the title business. I want to do a better job in listening and connecting you with other home buyers and sellers that might be out there in the market too. I am a representative of you guys out in the field. So like, as I'm walking through Starbucks, or I'm having a meeting, a PTA meeting at my son's school, I'm gonna be able to hear, oh, I'm looking for something at this place. I want to be able to refer the agent who is a specialist in that neighborhood. So let's communicate more, let's talk more, and let's leverage each other's relationships more. If your skill is door knocking, let's create the farm and let's just help each other door knock. If your skill is cold calling, let's get better at that. Yes.
I sell probate.
Probate, and another great skill, right? So we had, probates are great. There's some people in here who's specializes in working with divorces. That's a great thing. We can pull that down in Title Toolbox. There was 1,700 divorces in the last 12 months in LA County, but how do you talk to them? So are you having your meetings with a divorce attorney? We are. So we're having these meetings with divorce attorneys. And so we're having dialogue and conversation. So when it does come up and you say, hey, Jerry, I want to pull divorces. What are people saying? I could connect you to that divorce attorney who is happy to share information with us. There's a certain way to handle that group of people. And so, you know, I just, like I said, I think all boats rise with the tide. I want to be an extension of you guys, and I just want to see this room be so successful. And Aaron, like just seeing this room full, like we got to get this going every single week somehow. It would make me happier. So thank you, Frank. We're here to support you.
Awesome. Now that Jerry's not a title officer, he's a title rep.
Okay, we'll fix that. That's my fault. I think they asked me and I said title officer. Sandy, it's my fault. So title rep, I guess. Yeah. So, all right, so advance, yes.
Did you call Westside Escrow last
Nope.
week? For some odd reason, I thought you did.
Absolutely not. I did not do that.
Westwood escrow.
Okay, Laura, did you ever figure it out or not?
I think
Westside Escrow?
it's Westwood escrow. Yeah,
Okay. But it wasn't in the,
I didn't put Westside escrow.
okay.
But
I don't know.
I say. Advanced Group Property Inspections, so they are our go-to property inspector. Mary Kay is amazing. That's a QR code to get all of her information. And then, so
I'm here.
Mary Kay, how are you doing? So quick
Hi.
thing is that we may go a little over today. This is a
I'm
good.
gonna do a
meeting,
second.
so.
I'm gonna do a 30-second. Let me breathe. In 30 seconds. Hi, everyone. Happy New Year. It's Mary Kay from Advanced Group Property Inspections. My apologies for not being here all the time. Unfortunately, I cover all of the areas of LA and around it. So I'm only one person who does the marketing. So if I'm not there all the time, I apologize. But Frank, thank you for always speaking so highly of me. I see you telling them how awesome we are. I appreciate you. 7 days a week service. We're here, guys. We are picking up. I just was in a meeting with CCIM, the commercial division, and I picked up 2 inspections while I was on Zoom because it was not my turn to speak. And it's getting better. Our front desk that we had to let her go. It was not really working. So now I'm answering the calls with Alex until we pick up somebody that is as amazing as us over the phone. So it's me. You can call me anytime. 818. I'll put on the number in the chat. And thank you very much, all of you that use our services. I appreciate you.
Thank you, Mary Kay.
See you next
Thank
time.
you.
Thank
Can I
you.
say something about them?
Absolutely.
Oh my God.
It's me,
I love-
Sandra.
I love
The inspection for me, and we had a little issue, and I connected with them, and they solved it immediately. So yes, they're great, and thank you so much. I appreciate you very much.
Thank you. I love you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And I'm gonna bring you lunch soon. I'm gonna organize something so you can have your Mediterranean lunch soon, okay? To thank
Awesome.
you.
We're gonna be in touch with you. We have an ALC meeting and we're gonna include you on some of the events and things that we're doing this year. So
I appreciate you. Thank you.
no problem. All right, Oscar Campa from Rocket Mortgage. How are you doing, sir?
Doing great. Those are not really applause, can I? Before I get started, I want to give credit to Frank for these meetings. He does an incredible job and he never really does get the credit. So let's give him a round of applause. Okay, I have a couple of things that I just want to share. I'm gonna try to make it as painless as possible. Jared, I want to ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
I seen a Tesla truck on your feed.
You did.
Is that your Tesla truck?
Oh, man, I am sorry for misleading. It's not my Tesla truck.
Oh,
But I
man.
know the owner of that Tesla truck,
Okay.
and we're hoping to take that Tesla truck on Caravan sometime soon.
Oh, wow, I'm going.
It's going, it's the
I
coolest.
thought it was his. I thought it was his.
Yeah, I did too.
Real short, you get what you paid for. I know that you guys have talked about reduced fees. People come to me and say, hey, I want a loan with zero cost. And nothing's free. I just pick up the rate a little bit more. Still make the money. So there's ways that people still make money. I need to make money. So nothing's for free. Just remember that. Nothing's for free. And I use that tactic too. I said, so what do you do? Oh, well, I sell tacos. I thought, well, do you want to reduce your price on the tacos? I mean, it's like whatever they're selling, it's like, how would you like for us to reduce the fees on yours? So you always kind of go back to them. So I want to talk about the class that we had yesterday. We had a pretty, good attendance, and we talked about different things, but we talked about the CRM. And I know that everybody here has a CRM. But are you using it? Ask yourself, are you really using it? And do you have all your contacts in there? Are you getting more contacts? Are you getting a list from the title company, say for instance, for people that are 62 and older, or that own 5 properties or more, or that free and clear, so that you can start working the list? Having a CRM is great. Being in real estate and being a realtor with a license is good, but you gotta pick up your sleeves and you gotta get to work. And door knocking is great, cold calling is also great, but farming an area is even better. You can ask Sandra right here, some of the projects that we're involved in, and she is involved in a marketing campaign that we're doing. So definitely try to make it to the CRM class that I'm gonna have next Tuesday. But along with it, I'm gonna have this class, and what it is, and real quick, I'm gonna pass them out. It is pre-screening your buyers. Now you're saying, I know how to do that. I'm an expert on pre-screening. Maybe you are, maybe you're not. But what we're gonna do in this class is teach you how to disqualify
What
your
time is it next?
buyers. 11 o'clock. How to disqualify your buyers. And you say, why would I want to disqualify my buyers, Oscar? Because you want to get to the ones that are strong. You don't want to be wasting your time with people that are not ready to buy or that need to buy. So I'll make more copies, but this is going to be shared with you next week. Now, there is a script. We have a script that we work with, but there's certain things that we could ask casually to find out if we have a strong buyer or if they're just basically trying to buy. Everybody wants to buy, correct? Everybody wants to buy a house. My family, my neighbors, the homeless, everybody wants a house. But can they afford it? I know, that was not a good one, but everybody would want a house. That's kind of the point that I'm trying to bring to you. So, but not everybody can. Sometimes they just waste your time. They suck out so much energy from you, and they're not really ready to buy. So don't waste your time with them. Be an expert, pre-screen them properly. A lender is gonna help you how to pre-screen them. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna give you some formulas that the lenders use to qualify. So you know the ratios, the back, the front, qualifying, et cetera, and this is what I use. And I've given classes of 200 to 300 realtors at board meetings with this particular script here, okay? So try to make it next week at 11 o'clock. I'm gonna talk about the CRM, and I'm also gonna be talking about this, how to pre-qualify people and give you some products that are available so that you know what we offer out there. And I'm gonna close with the rates. The rates are 6.5, 6 1/4
What?
on a conventional.
Nice.
6.5, 6 1/4 conventional. Jumbo is also 6 1/4, 6 1/2, which are good jumbo rates.
Sorry, what is that?
And we have, that's above $1 million.
Oh,
And then we also have equity lines, just in case you guys didn't know, we have equity lines.
6.25 is for convention.
Convention.
6.25 is for what?
Convention.
And
Yes, jumbo is also 6 1/4, 6 1/2, depending on your FICO score. And we do equity lines of credit, okay, standalones. So if you guys have equity, the rate is 8 1/2.
Awesome.
8 1/2, okay? Thank you very much for your time. Sorry that I took more than.
No, that's totally fine. Thank you, Oscar. Guys, Oscar, if you don't want to wait till the class, or if you missed the class, talk to him. He'll one-on-one with you. He'll have conversations and get into very specifics about your stuff, so.
Yes, I will. Thank you very much. Oh, we got the most important thing. What kind of food do you guys like?
Tacos.
Taco, wow, and he didn't even miss a beat. He like, it's like he knew what he was gonna ask.
Help me there. What do you like? Sorry.
Vegetable, vegan.
You gotta say Mexican, come on.
Okay.
You're Mexican, oh, by the way, we have some Mexican food, genuine
Oh, my goodness.
Mexican food, you will never taste.
Back
it
around.
again.
I want that.
Yes, people go to this place from Ventura, San Bernardino, Riverside, it's in East Los Angeles, so it's genuine Mexican.
Is back there right now?
Please come and eat, I brought a lot, and yes, I might even take some home, but there's a lot of food, so please eat as much as you can, it's out there.
All right.
Where are you from? El Tepeyac.
All right, my NHD with Kevin Polizzi, he's the LA County Sales Manager. If you need NHD, this is the guy to contact. We gotta power through the rest of this here really quick to get to the part. Westside, a team update, we have transaction coordinator Shannon Banks in the office. She is not here right now. This is her email and this is her phone number. If you need TC, she can help you out for sure. Next one is Westside coaching this Friday. This Friday, we're gonna go through the 3-step process, but we're going through the most important part, which is where everybody drops the ball, and that's follow-up. I'm gonna go through the entire follow-up system, the entire follow-up program, and I'm gonna tell you why it's done the way it is. So I wanna see everybody here on Friday. Next one, we have Education Committee meeting with Tracy Toffee. I know Tracy's on here. I don't know if you wanna say anything, Tracy. Friday, on the 19th at 10 a.m. No, she's on here.
Yeah, I'm
All
on
right.
here. Yep, it's this Friday, 10 a.m. Everyone's invited. If there's certain classes you'd like to see our office teaching, please join us so we can set you up for next month, set up the class that you're requesting.
Awesome. Thank you, Tracy. We really appreciate your help with all that. All right, risk management seminar on Friday, the 19th as well at 12 o'clock. It's a Zoom meeting. We will send out the link to you. We have new listings.
Can I quickly refer to that? Risk
Yes.
management?
Yes.
You know what, for all of you, listing agents, one of the importance of that meeting is that usually our E&Os is very high. To reduce your E&O, you need to use some of the vendors that the office has to reduce your E&O deductible. You're gonna hear that in the meeting, but that's why it's important to be at the meeting and follow up. Because if you're the listing agent and you want your E&O to go down, you have to be there and follow up with the vendors that they recommend to you.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, absolutely. That's absolutely true. So we have new listings.
Frank,
Yes.
just look at me.
You're fine. All right, so we have Charlotte on Malcolm Avenue for $3,950.
Yes.
Charlotte, congratulations. Where did you find that client?
Started from an ADO for 1,000, and she saw how I'm working, how hard I'm working, so that's, for example, researching their price.
Awesome, awesome. And it's a lease, guys. It's a lease. Michael Busa on Wilshire Boulevard, 101. It's literally right down the street for $4,775. Sharam, 1,075,000. Where was he at? Where'd he go? Is he eating tacos? What's going on? He was right here. So Beverly Drive, number 104, and then Patty Lopez on Kenmore Avenue in Los Angeles for $550,000. Closings, we have Joan Fields on Veteran at $6,800. And then Sharam again, $704,000. So the one before that you just listed, where did you get that client from?
The previous client that I had, and then property for them, it's condo last year, and they tried to sell it.
Awesome. And where did you get this client at? This was a.
Client is talking to you, right?
Awesome. Awesome. Congratulations, congratulations. All right, market update. We're gonna make this super quick, super specific on what we're talking about. So we're gonna talk about the market and what's going on. I don't know if it's me or her that's clicking this in the back.
Not you all.
It's not working, it's broken.
It's never you. It's always.
Trying.
There we go. All right. So we don't have the statistics for all of last year yet. Oscar, sorry, we can hear you guys up front. Sorry, just, we can hear you. Oh, go back. Back. So these are current market statistics for so far this year. What we're looking at is, this is for the state of California. And I want to do this to give you guys the perception of what's actually happened, the perspective of what's actually happened. Closed sales per day, they're looking at 349. Pending sales per day, 414. New listings per day, 544. Closed sales, 11.5%. Entering escrows, 12.5%. And then listed property is 13.9%. Everybody's expecting everything to go up so far this year. So the reason I'm showing you this is that there's a very good outlook for what's coming up this year. And there's already hundreds of deals happening, and we're not even in the third week of real estate for January of the beginning of the year. Inflation rises more than expected in December. That means it's going to come down. It's going to come down. So that was December, this is now. Mortgage rates inch up in the second week of 2024, but we just heard they just came back down a little bit. US foreclosures are up in 2023, but remain below pre-pandemic levels. They are non-existent. And the foreclosures that are happening, what's happening now that's never happened in the history since I've been doing real estate, is the banks are negotiating and drawing things out and creating payment plans and letting people wait, and they're not taking the homes back. Small business optimism ends the year with a positive note. That is a good thing for small business. Now, what I want to do is I want to show you guys there's a lot of business happening, and I'm trying to get you guys in the middle of some of these deals. Can we go to the next slide, please? I want to play this video for you really quick. Can you play the video for me? It's my favorite video of all time.
Greatest teacher for you in those early days. A lot of my parents were growing up.
Can't hear.
We
turn it up or no?
Curiosity. Understanding that, okay, if you want to accomplish, I'm not just going to sit there and say, yes, you can do whatever you want. Yes, you can, but you have to also put in the work to get there, right? So they taught me that at a really early age. And you grow up as a kid thinking that the world is your oyster. All things are possible if you put in the work to do it. You grow up having that fundamental belief. Yeah.
Who was more influential for you, your father and mother?
That both were influential at different points. Mom was there on a daily basis. My father was really influential at a really critical time where I had a summer where I played basketball when I was like 10, 11 years old.
Listen to this.
In a very prominent summer league in Philadelphia called the Summer League. My father played, my uncle played, and we were like all-time greats.
Yeah.
Stuff. Will Chamberlain played in the league. Early from the road played in the league. And here I come playing, and I don't score 1 point the entire summer. Really? Not one. How old were you? 11, 10, 11.
You're playing against other 10, 11-year-olds, or
You didn't score once. Not one.
were you in the game?
I was in the game. That was terrible. Really? Yeah. And 10, 11 years old, you were that awful. I mean, and I had these big knee pads on because I was growing really fast. I had the socks all the way up here, and I had like the high top skinny, like skinny as hell. And I scored not a free throw, nothing, not a lucky shot, not a breakaway layup, 0 points. And I remember crying about it, being upset about it. My father just gave me a hug and said, listen, whether you score 0 or score 60, we're gonna love you no matter what. Wow. Now that is the most important thing that you can say to a child. Because from there, I was like, okay, that gives me all the confidence in the world to fail. I have the security there. But to hell with that, I'm scoring 60. Let's go. Right. From there, I just went to work. I stayed with him. I kept practicing. Is that when you think the mentality of hard work started to come in for you at that age, when you failed so miserably, I guess, that summer?
I think that's when the idea of understanding the long-term view became important. Because I wasn't gonna catch these kids in a week, I was gonna catch them in a year, right? So that's when I sat down and said, okay, this is gonna take some thought. All right, what do I wanna work on first?
Right.
All right, shoot, all right, just not this, focus on this half a year, 6 months, be nothing but shoot.
Can you mute
Right,
Joey?
after that, all right, creating your own shit. You focus, so I started creating a menu of things. When I came back the next summer,
No, can you mute Joey? Joey Sakovic. Just mute his.
where I was a little bit better, right?
And then you made like, I've got my jump shot from 15, I've got.
Yeah, I got my jump shot
I got
from
my-
15, I got my 3-point shot, like just open shots, not miss open shots, right? Be able to shoot it with speed, because those kids are so much more athletic.
Yeah.
And then the next time I came back, it was a little better. And the summer came back, next time it was a little better. I scored. Yeah, it wasn't much, but I scored, you know,
12, 13.
12, 13. And then 14 came around, back half 13, 14 years old. And then I was just killing everyone. And it happened in 2 years. And I wasn't expecting it to happen in 2 years, but it did, because what I had to do was work on the basics and the fundamentals. But they relied on their athleticism and their natural ability. And because I stick to the fundamentals, it just caught up to me. And then my body, you know, my knees stopped hurting, I grew into my frame.
And then your athleticism, once you have the fundamentals,
Exactly.
the hard work, the mindset, and you tack on the
Exactly.
that's the
Then
basic game over.
it was game.
Wow. So from 13, you're good, average.
I was good. Then about like the end of my third, like right when I was turning 14, became the best player in the state.
14.
14.
So from 12 to 14, you went from scoring 0 to being the best in the
Yeah.
state of all ages.
Yeah, but it's simple. Like if you do the math on this, right? Like if you're thinking about how often kids are playing, right? I tell this to my daughter's team as well that I coach. There's a simple thing of math. If you want to be a great player, if you play every single day, 2-3 hours, every single day, over the course of a year, how much better are you getting? Most kids will play maybe, you know, an hour and a half, 2 days a week.
Right.
Put the math on it, it's not gonna get it done. It's not gonna get it done, right? So if you're obsessively training 2-3 hours every single day over a year, over 2 years,
You're
you
accelerating.
make quantum leaps, man.
Just doing a summer camp for 2 weeks, you see a difference. I remember playing basketball. growing up.
You
It's
see
like,
it.
You get a lot better, you come back
Yes.
more confident, playing on the playground with guys who used
Yeah.
to beat you.
Yeah, and I tell the parents of my team, I said, it's when I say your kids are gonna become great basketball players, and they're like, really? Yeah, it's not. There's no
Math.
It's it.
Show up every single day.
Show up every single day, do the
So this is the point. You can take this and make it into business very easily, because all he's talking about is reps. If you are here today, so he went from 0 to 2 years, the best player in the state. That's insane. Out of all ages, the best player in the state. If you are here, you've made $0 in real estate, and you want to get to 100K, it's literally the same path. It's reps. It's reps. What are you saying and how often are you saying it? If you're doing it 2 days a week, he just said, like, if you're playing basketball 2 days a week, that's not going to do it for you. That's just not going to do it. You're playing in a little league, and you're going to play in that league, and then you're not going to do anything after that. But if you want to be the best and you want to improve, this is just time over task. So he was probably in his first year way better than most of the people, probably halfway, if not a third of the way, to being the best player in the state. If you want to get to, you can change this number to whatever number you want. 1 million, whatever you want to make in real estate. And how many times are you going to get on the phone and make phone calls and practice and practice and practice and practice and practice? Because I can tell you, like, Aaron on the phone talking to clients is probably going to be better than me, and he's probably not going to have to make as many phone calls to get to the dollar amount that he wants than I'm going to. I'm probably going to have to make more phone calls. But if I'm putting in the work and I'm putting in the effort, and you're calling and you're talking to people and you're realizing, okay, I've said this 100 times, it's not working, I got to switch it up. Because if you don't switch up what you're saying and realize you're not saying the right things, or you're not doing it often enough, it's like staying in the same spot and doing the same jumper and missing every time. Instead of, okay, I need to put my arm this way, tuck my elbow in, step over this way. You have to start adjusting over time. Even on the basketball court on his final game, he was making adjustments and trying to improve. And you should always be doing that in your business. Consistency with time over task will get you to your goal faster if you do it more. I used to work out 3 days a week in the gym, and I was like going years, I would not see any difference. I changed, and now I go 7 days a week to the gym, if I can. Some days I can't, but if I can, but I have seen in the last 2 to 3 months, like massive change, because I literally lift heavier weight and I go more often. If you're picking up the phone, saying more things, talking to more people, it's almost impossible for you not to trip over a whole bunch of deals. It's a volume conversation. Does that resonate with you, Aaron?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So Kobe's like, I call Kobe my big, like I grew up out here, so he's like great. I just watch him all the time. And you have, like Kobe is considered, if you ask anybody, one of the top 3 basketball players. If you say who's the greatest basketball player of all time, there's 3 people that mention. If you look at Kobe, he's the least athletic of all of them. He didn't even the dunk contest, he was 19, like he doesn't look good, he doesn't jump high, he doesn't really run fast. He just is the best at the fundamentals and techniques, which in our business is your scripts, the questions you ask. And you really, like I said, you can't not get better if you practice. That's anything. To score 0 points as a 12-year-old, like I was never good at basketball, right? I played basketball like a football player and fouled people a lot, right? But I would have scored at least 4 points a game every single game, and I'm not good at basketball at all. That's how bad he was. So if you're the worst realtor in the world, you're not as bad at real estate as Kobe was at basketball at 12. Like that's really bad. So to say that, I say that to say all you have to do is put in the work. One of my principles is hard work never goes unrewarded. If you put in the work, you will see the results, and there's no 2 ways around it.
So does everybody want the magic formula for making a lot of money in real estate?
Yes.
Everybody want that? Okay, so this is, I'm gonna give it to you. And so you're gonna have to do this with some of your friends and family members because you're not there yet, because you don't talk to them enough and you're not friends with them enough. So the magic formula is you meet someone. I don't care if it's your best friend, I don't care. So you're gonna meet them for the first time. You're gonna meet them, you're going to get to know them. You're going to take them and put them into your database. And then you're gonna talk to them more than you talk to anybody else, consistently. You're gonna make sure they know you. You're gonna make sure they like you. You're gonna make sure that they trust you. And then as long as you do that with enough people, you will never, ever, ever have to worry about money. The problem is that we don't do that. We don't nurture and cultivate relationships the right way. A lot of us get into real estate right away and we're like, I need a deal, I need a deal, I need a deal. So you're looking for the deal and you're trying to get deals from people and they know that and they can smell your commission breath and they don't want to be around you. Or they're just going to be nice to you and move on. But if you cultivate enough relationships over time, it's impossible to not be successful. And it's that simple. There's no magic behind it. So I don't want to, we're going to go super long. So I want to just get into needs and wants. So needs and wants, let's wrap this up. You guys want to comment about what we just talked about? That's great. But we have a need and want right here.
I love doing open houses. You know, as you guys know, anybody has an open house.
Awesome, awesome, awesome.
I don't just love doing it, I need to do it. So
I need to do that.
All right, right here in the back, and then you.
Okay, so guys, if you're not using Slack, I recommend that you use Slack.
Yes.
So we can download Slack to our phones and we put our needs, our wants.
Yes.
And everything.
There's actually a hashtag for that. Yeah.
Please use it. I've been looking on it and hardly anyone uses it. Anyway, I have 2 small properties in Brentford. One is 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom. The other one is 2-bedroom, 2.5 bathroom, penthouse. Both are in the 1.2 to 1.35 million. I have another one on Warship Boulevard. You all know about this one. I've been talking about it. So he needs to sell it. He's dropped the price to 2.125 million. HOA is high. That's at 33.40 a month. But it's a beautiful condo. It's on the 18th. Thank you.
Yes, sir, we got here.
I would like to see open houses.
Uh-huh.
And I would like to offer, if possible, like in the agency I was before, unfortunately. If, for example, for Joseph and me to send information about us that we would like to see open house in all Keller buildings.
Okay, get on Slack and we can help you with that.
Okay, I do have needs. This is Mira.
All right, Mira, what do you got for us?
I actually have 2 places to do open houses downtown LA. Anyone wanted to take, but if you tell me to go to Slack, I'm sorry, I don't know how to use those. So if anyone wanted to do downtown LA open house, give me a call directly.
There you
One
go.
is 1.8, another one is 600.
Awesome,
Okay.
awesome, congratulations. And we can help you with Slack too, Mira. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, but like,
Frank, it's Evan. Hello.
uh-huh. Pardon me?
Hello, Frank. Where is it?
Where is it? Are you
Frank, it's-
asking me?
No, I'm
it's
asking
okay,
Frank.
Mira. What's up, Evan?
Frank, I need everyone to watch my class on leasing.
Yes.
That's what I need.
Don't leave yet, hold on, don't leave yet. All
All
right,
The class.
we'll send out information on the class. We have it recorded. All right, who else do we have?
Okay, so I'm gonna be bringing out my mom's property for lease.
Okay.
1,200 square foot freestanding building with parking space in downtown Los Angeles, which you can't find any like that soon on the market. We're gonna be asking about 4,900 a month.
Awesome. Congratulations on that. We'll get that information out to the office. Anybody else before we wrap it up?
I have,
What do you
I have
got,
a
Fred?
property on Westwood Boulevard. It's a standalone retail store, can be used for office or anything else, restaurant or medical. It's a high ceiling, 16-foot, very nice, very bright one. 2,400 square foot for lease, about $3 per square foot would be. That's by UCLA, but south, Pequan, Westwood Boulevard.
Awesome.
Pico and Westwood Boulevard, how much again? What's the square footage?
It's a 2,400 square foot, plenty of parking at the back, and it's for about $3 per square foot.
400 only, 400.
No, 2,400 square foot, 2,400 square foot.
400, so it's 2,000.
All right. Anybody else? Needs and wants before we wrap it up. Joe, no needs and wants from you?
Yeah, Westwood, just, about having my final talk, brand new construction, 3.9999. It's gonna be ready in 2 months, but we're taking offers right now. It's a 5-bedroom, 4-bath with a pool. Westwood, just about 3 minutes from the office.
3.9.
About a few blocks away, you can call me and I discuss it. And then I have another one coming for 5, also in Westwood area. Again, same thing, but has a rooftop too, so
Awesome.
you can access.
I like that. Congratulations.
Thank you, Fred.
All right, everybody. Let's wrap it up. Everybody have.
Number, Fred?
Yeah, that's 310-486-1224, 310-486-1224.
All right, everybody. Have a fantastic day. Thank you.
Thank you.
She's in town, she's here, it's real.
Yes, sir.
I'm not set up with something.
Slack? Yeah. Sandy or Nora can help you.
And that goes to all.
Huh? Well, no, we can send it out, but that goes to everybody in the office, like all these people that are talking about doing open houses.
Yeah, but you get all of it. What about others?
We can show you how to do that.
Okay.
Give you plenty of time to like questions.
Wanna come to LA?
Right, yeah.
Oh,
Poor thing.
Like, when you got every camera.